Mick Foley, and you are watching C-RadTV here, right here on YouTube. Have a nice day.
This is Cody Diener, and you are watching C-RadTV on YouTube. And just like Cody Diener, C-RadTV lives by two simple words. Just give her, yeah.
How's it going, guys? It's Brad C at a WWE Smackdown review from March 26th, 12 days till WrestleMania. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So SmackDown starts off with the New Day coming out to the ring. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods, all three come out to the ring. Of course, to address Vince McMahon and WWE about Kofi Kingston getting screwed out of opportunities. So they come out, Big E goes on and says that everyone has been here for New Day for the last 5 years since day one. Even through all the good and the bad, from the New Day rocks chants to the New Day sucks chants. Xavier then goes on and says that it's been one hell of a ride, and then thanked the WWE Universe for this mass great journey. So then Big E goes on and says that after WWE and Vince have constantly screwed Kofi out of opportunity for the WWE title, Big E said they've discussed all options and they've discussed leaving WWE. And then Xavier goes on and says that it's hard to watch Kofi Kingston getting treated poorly the last 11 years and not get a title opportunity. So then Xavier goes on and says that they want answers, but Vince, yes, Vince McMahon is the only person with answers. Yes, Mr. McMahon is the only one with those answers. The answers to why the company sucks ass, and why the product has gone downhill, and why there's no end in sight. And what is Vince's motive to rebuild this massive dumpster fire? So then Xavier goes on and asks for Vince to come out and address them face to face. And then Xavier says that they will wait in the ring all night and hold SmackDown hostage until Vince comes out. And lo and behold, as soon as they threaten to hold him hostage, guess whose music hits? So Mr. McMahon's music hits and Vince comes out to the ring. Vince, yeah, I'd like to say. But before Vince could continue on any further, Daniel Bryan then comes out and interrupts Vince. So then Daniel goes and tells Vince to not give in to their fragile egos. There as in the New Day. Daniel, you're not the boss. You can't tell Vince what to do. So how about you just shut the hell up right now? So then Daniel goes on and says that let the New Day quit. And Daniel goes on and calls New Day a stale act. And then Daniel says that the New Day was created by Vince, so Vince can easily replace them. And then Daniel suggests that they can just pull 3 guys off of NXT to replace the New Day. And we'll call them Fresh Off New Day, or New Day 2.0. Daniel, I don't think it's that simple. That would use too many brain cells, Vince. Daniel. So Daniel goes on and once again calls Kofi a B+ player. Oh, the irony. Daniel Bryan. Remember mid-2013 to mid-2014. Remember the timeline. Remember the authority screwing you over. Remember being called a B+ player. Remember being called the goat face. Have that Randy Orton was chosen as the top face of the company over you. Remember the time. So then Daniel goes on and calls the WWE Universe a bunch of parasites. So let's name all the names here. Daniel Bryan's called the W Universe fickle, cult of disgusting, now parasites. Let's pull the name. Let's pull the wheel of names. What name will Daniel Bryan call the WWE Universe next week? And a week after. So then Daniel goes on and says that Vince is running the WWE Universe can't accept reality. So then Xavier Woods goes on and says that Daniel is afraid of facing Kofi Kingston. And then Xavier goes on and says that Kofi represents everything Daniel used to be and calls Daniel a hypocrite. So then Vince, yeah, shut up! Daniel, don't you ever interrupt me ever again, you garden gnome looking son of a bitch, or I will fire your ass next time. Yeah, none of yous will quit, not a bone in any of your bodies. The power of positivity compels you to the very core, yeah. Kofi, in my heart, you will still be a B+ player. And New Day, you will forever be a B-plus tag team. Oh, now it's B-plus tag team. So this is the Vince McMahon logic. So now winning 5 tag team titles is only enough to be 5 or 6 tag team titles is enough to be considered a B-plus tag team, with one of those title reigns being the longest tag team title reign in WWE history of 483 days. Actually, that's a record modern era. So yeah, WWE logic, am I right? So, Kofi, you're done getting Universe WWE title opportunities to get in the Mania. So what if New Day can get you in the Mania? Yeah. So tonight, if Big E and Xavier Woods can win a tag team gauntlet match, Kofi Kingston will get a WWE title opportunity against Daniel Bryan, the Garden Gnome looking bitch, at WrestleMania. Yeah. Let's see if New Day can get you in and prove that they are an A- tag team. Yeah. And of course, Daniel Bryan took exception. That was livid. So then after that, we go to a backstage interview with Becky Lynch, where Becky goes on in his interview and calls Charlotte underserving in the third wheel. And once Becky said that, then Charlotte's music hits. And Becky then that enters the interview, so Charlotte Flair comes out, and pretty much interrupting the Becky backstage interview. Charlotte then goes on and says that she's going to show everyone how deserving she is. So we come back for commercial break. We get a one-on-one match between Charlotte Flair versus the SmackDown Women's Champion Asuka. And then we find out at the last second that this matchup is now for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So we have an impromptu title match. So then this matchup, highlights of the match. Charlotte's leg trip was good along with her knee drop. Asuka's code breaker to counter her spear was very well executed. Asuka's hip attack followed by a German suplex is good. Asuka's sliding kick was also good along with Asuka's Asuka kick, but that will get a 2 count. So once again, wrestler kicks out a finisher like it's your normal move cliche. Charlotte's avalanche Spanish fly from the top rope was pretty good. What else do we have here? Charlotte's one-arm powerbomb was good along with her arm toss. Match ending, Charlotte Flair would lock in the figure 8 leg lock. And Charlotte would get the tap out victory, and Charlotte Flair is now your new SmackDown Women's Champion. And she is now officially an 8-time Women's Champion. Officially passing Trish Stratus for most women's title reigns in WWE. Because Charlotte entered this match tied with Trish for 7. Now Charlotte's all on her own with 8. But this was poorly booked. It's like, so the whole point of Asuka's title reign from TLC was just so Asuka could drop it 12 days before Mania. Like, what was the point of fucking putting the belt on Asuka? Like, she was poorly booked as the champion. They've had her off TV most of this title reign, which was unimpressive. Like, I agree getting the belt off to Asuka if you're not going to do anything with her. But why Charlotte? She's already in a title match at Mania. Unless you're going to unify the Raw and SmackDown Women's titles. Since the brand split is over, that's the only way this would actually make sense. If not, then this makes no sense. Like, why? Because now the Mania has become a complete clusterfuck. Because now we have 2 champions in a triple threat match. It was already bad enough that match had one too many people to begin with. I honestly would have preferred it to be Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. Because we've never seen those two face each other one-on-one. But, you know, it's just WWE, just a complete clusterfuck beyond all clusterfucks. Like, this was just terrible booking. You know, and WWE's already given up on Asuka. Like, this is just a cue to that. You know, there was an easy, and part of this because once WWE says that Asuka struggles at speaking the English language. You know, Vince, there was an easy solution to this. There was an easy solution to this problem all along. It's called getting her a fucking manager to hide the weakness, to do their speaking for her. You know, like Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. You could have done that for Asuka. That was the solution to the problem. You could have hid the weakness. Like, the solution, Vince, was right there in front of you. But of course, Vince, you did what WWE normally does, and you decide to be petty. and found any excuse possible to not get behind Asuka. So, yeah. Honestly, without a doubt, Charlotte Flair becoming SmackDown Women's Champion, this is the obvious garbage moment of the week. So, yeah, there it is. Your WWE garbage moment of the week. But let's continue on. Next up, we get a one-on-one match. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. So Kurt's last match on SmackDown in the Kurt Angle Salute Tour. So a couple highlights in this match. Kurt's German suplex is going along with AJ's calf crusher. But as AJ's working on Kurt in the corner, Randy Orton would then appear out of the crowd. Randy Orton would get in the ring, and Randy would hit AJ Styles with an RKO out of nowhere, forcing the DQ. So AJ was going to win this match regardless. So then after the match, Randy would go and continue to attack AJ Styles for post-match assault. So then Kurt Angle goes for the angle slam on Randy. Kurt Angle would botch it completely. That looked like dog shit. Like, what the fuck was that? And then Kurt would help AJ up to his feet. Honestly, I was hoping Kurt would hit a second angle slam on Randy to make up for the one he originally fucked up. Like, because there should be no place, because you should not be botching your own goddamn finisher. Like, that's just terrible. So, continuing on, next up, Miz comes out to the ring. So, Miz comes out. Miz says that he wants his Mania match with Shane McMahon to be a Falls Count Anywhere match so he could decimate Shane all over MetLife Stadium and give the WWE Universe an up-close and personal view. So then Shane McMahon's music hits and Shane comes out with guards and jobbers to act as buffers on the ramp, while Shane addresses Miz from the stage. So Shane goes on and he has the announcer, Greg Hamilton, once again call Shane the best in America. So then Shane goes on, he accepts Miz's proposal and sanctions the match now as a Falls Count Anywhere match at WrestleMania. So then Shane goes on and continues to insult The Miz again. And with one of the key insults being Shane saying that Miz's father's biggest Miz take. He wrote Miz for Miz take. So Shane says Miz's father's biggest Miz take was spawning Miz with his mother. Oh. Alright, little kids. If you're wondering how this works, I'm just going to say this to you. There is a time and place for everything. One is called sexual education you'll learn in school when you're older. And two is called Pornhub. There's your helpful lesson of the day, kids. Now let's get back to the review. So Miz, of course, took exception to that insult and then charges through the barricade of people, the jobbers and security guards, and takes out everybody. And then that is Shane McMahon's cue to fuck off. So Miz steamrolls everybody, but Shane is gone. But at WrestleMania, Shane will have nowhere to run or hide, as the match at Mania is now Falls Count Anywhere. Honestly, I wonder if they're gonna go. I wonder if they can take this brawl all the way to the fucking 300 nosebleeds, or all the way onto the concourse. Hell, they could brawl outside of MetLife. That would just be a Mania moment in itself. Take the match outside MetLife Stadium. But yeah. Let's continue on. So next up, we get to our main event, the Tag Team Gauntlet match. So New Day will have to face a few tag teams. Just then, if New Day can win it all, Kofi Kingston gets that deserved WWE title opportunity at WrestleMania. So matchup number 1 is New Day versus The Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. So it was a pretty quick match. New Day made quick work of Gallows and Anderson. New Day hits the up, up, down, down. Xavier gets the 3 count, eliminates The Club. By the way, this is more than likely going to be one of The Club's final appearances because they're going to have The Club be quiet until Gallows and Carl Anderson's contracts expire in September, because Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson already announced that they're not re-signing with WWE, and they're going to be leaving. Probably to either go to All Elite to join their Bullet Club friends, or going back to New Japan. Take your pick, I guess. But yeah. Also, Dean Ambrose is they're done with having Dean Ambrose on TV, because they have nothing planned for Dean at WrestleMania. And it seems like this contract thing may actually be real, because Dean's not on a poster for SummerSlam. And Dean's contract expires near the end of April. So it looks like Dean Ambrose will be gone. And more than likely, Dean will be leaving. Probably for All Elite. We're just going to have to wait and see. Honestly, I don't blame New Day if they want to quit, or if I don't blame Gallows and Anderson, I don't blame Ambrose. Because this company's a poorly run gong show, and there's no end to this in sight. It will be a miracle if Fox can turn this dumpster fire of a company around. It will take a goddamn Christmas miracle for that to happen. But honestly, they're better off in an indie circuit or at All Elite, or wherever they want to go. You know, whatever their heart desires, I guess. But yeah, anyway, continuing on. Next up, we get matchup number 2 in the gauntlet. New Day versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. So this was actually a pretty back and forth match. Match ending. New Day hit the up, up, down, down. Xavier gets the 3 count to eliminate Rusev and Nakamura. So our third matchup in all this is New Day versus The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. So this was back and forth. Match ending when Sheamus had the upper hand. Xavier will go and get a roll up on Sheamus. Xavier gets the 3 count to eliminate The Bar. But after the match, The Bar will go on and attack the New Day for post-elimination assault. And they end the assault by putting Big E through a table. Just a table. A regular table at ringside. So then we get to matchup number 4. New Day versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. But before this matchup starts, the new Usos go on and address their history with the New Day. A history that's spanned a few years now, pretty much since New Day's existence. This rivalry's been going on. I was even in Detroit for Hell in a Cell 2017 when both these teams battled inside Hell in a Cell, watching the new Usos become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. A great moment indeed. So Usos then go on to address Kofi's deservedness to challenge for the WWE title at WrestleMania, saying Kofi deserves an opportunity to title, and that the McMahons are too blind to see it. So then the Usos go on and forfeit their match and leave the ring. So yeah, New Day were going to eliminate the Usos regardless. So then during all of this, Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan are backstage, and both of them lose it back there, but quickly collect themselves because matchup number 5 in the gauntlet is New Day versus WWE Champion Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. So yeah, this is a quick back and forth match, but match ending, match will go outside the ring, New Day will take out Daniel Bryan, then the New Day will go, they take the announce table, and then they throw it on top of Eric Rowan, trapping Eric underneath the announce table. So in other words, somebody watched Alberto Del Rio versus Big Show on the first SmackDown of 2013. Where Del Rio trapped Big Show underneath an announce table to win a last man standing match. So Del Rio could become the World Heavyweight Champion. I knew I saw that finish somewhere. So yeah, and in predictable fashion, Eric Rowan obviously couldn't rise from that giant-ass table being trapped on top of him. And in the most predictable way fashion, Eric couldn't beat the 10 count, forcing a count out, giving the win to the New Day. So the New Day were going to win this match regardless. So yeah, with the New Day winning, this means that Kofi Kingston will finally get the opportunity at WrestleMania. There you go, folks. Kofi finally gets his opportunity for the first time in his 11-year career. So, of course, after this match, New Day would, of course, go on and celebrate in the ring with Kofi Kingston, as they gave Kofi his opportunity. So, yeah, at WrestleMania 35, it will be Daniel Bryan defending the WWE title against Kofi Kingston. Kofi, this may be your one and only opportunity at that title ever. Don't blow it. And that's how we end SmackDown. So, overall, SmackDown, it's a pretty decent show, not gonna lie. A lot better than Raw, that's for sure. Like, SmackDown is becoming a bit edgier, you know. Other than Charlotte becoming SmackDown Women's Champion, which they have, there's no idea what that's supposed to all about. You know, we're going to have to wait in the news to hear what I have to say. You know, we're just going to have to wait for Brandon Hodge to bring out another episode of WWE News to explain this all to us the best way he can. You know, as he would say, we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, overall, SmackDown, I give it a 5 out of 10. another match show. You know, but there's some improvements in there, but they still got a lot of work to do. Like, they're slowly improving on SmackDown, but you got a long way to go. Good luck. But yeah, I think I've gone on long enough for this. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, folks. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.